Thank you so much for joining me for my best and worst makeup products of summer 2013. I've decided to do my favorites videos on this quarterly calendar rather than monthly favorites because for me it just seems to go too quick. I did an August favorites video and then all of a sudden September was here and I was just like, wow, I think I have to reevaluate how I want to do this. So if I find products that I love, you know, in the interim, you'll see me use them in tutorials, you'll see me talk about them, or I'll review them, stuff like that. But for now, for this video, it's just the absolute stand-alone best products that I reached for over and over all summer long that I would recommend to you with no reservations whatsoever that I just love. For the worst products, it is going to be the things that I've recently acquired that just didn't work for me, that I didn't like, that I thought maybe were just crap, or that I've used a bunch and have kind of come to the realization that this just isn't worth it. So enough jibber jabber, let's just get started with the best products. This is a no-brainer for me. This is my Maybelline Color Tattoo in Bad to the Bronze. It's my favorite of all the color tattoos. In the summer, I love bronzy metallics. I wear it constantly. I can wear it standalone. It's awesome. Next, and this goes kind of right along with Bad to the Bronze, it's MAC's Eye Kohl in Powersurge. And I will swatch this one for you. It looks a lot like Bad to the Bronze. It's a little darker maybe. It's a little more golden. I usually will pair this with Bad to the Bronze doing my lower lash line. Actually, I have it on my lower lash line today, but it's very subtle. And you can do it on your upper lash line, you can do it on your waterline. I think in general, MAC Eye Kohls are great. They're very soft, they sharpen pretty easily. Next up, I have Benefit Cha-Cha Tint, and I've definitely used this in videos. It's their liquid cheek stain. This one is a gorgeous, peachy, creamsicle color, which looks almost too orange to be, you know, excellent on your face, but it's not. It just works. In the summer, this is great because it wears for ages. It's just a stain. It doesn't budge, and I love it. Next up, I have an eyeshadow trio, and this is the Wet n Wild trio in Silent Treat. I bought this to use for my Nina Dobrev makeup look from her Cosmopolitan cover, and I was so impressed with these shades, especially this dark brown shade in the middle. You see some glitter in there, but it's not too glittery, not even close. It's buttery soft. I'm going to swatch it. And this is the bottom shade. It's a taupey, beigey taupe color. With maybe a little bit of a lilac tone in there, and it's so gorgeous. I mean, there's the swatches, but it's so much better on your face, and I'll show a little clip of that. Still on eyes, we have my standout favorite liquid liner, felt tip liner, and I've definitely used this and talked about it recently. It's the Milani Eye Tech Extreme. This is black, obviously. I'm wearing it today. This thing, I've had it for ages, and it just keeps on ticking, you know? It hasn't run out, it hasn't started to fade, it hasn't gotten more difficult to apply. The point is very fine. You can kind of just lay it down and get a nice little wing if that's what you want to do. You can do it thick, you can do it thin. Fantastic. Next up, I have a mascara. And I have been going through so many different mascaras trying to find a new favorite. I've done tons of drugstore mascaras, and I'm still looking for the holy grail drugstore mascara because I'm just not into spending a fortune on mascaras these days. But I did buy MAC's Extended Play Giga Black Lash. Looks like that. This goes for, I think, $15, so it's not like all the way up to the high-end mascaras, you know, the YSLs, the Armanis of the world, the Lancome. It has a very thin brush, and it's meant to give length and curl. It does both of these things, absolutely. I have short lashes with quite a bit of natural curl, so I don't generally use a lash curler because it's frustrating for me. I have such short lashes, you guys. And this definitely does the job of curling and extending, and you get this beautiful glossy lash, but it's not a crispy lash, and it lasts all day. It doesn't flake for me. It is a fantastic mascara, and this tube has just lasted and lasted and lasted. Next, I have my favorite concealer of the summer, and I kind of had to stop and think, you know, is this really the standout product for me? And what made me realize that it was is that I think I've just reached for it more often than anything else I've used. And it is the NYX HD Concealer in yellow. And it has to be the yellow. A lot of people like this product. It's a great concealer. It has nice consistency. It's not too dry. It's not too wet. It doesn't, you know, crease too badly. It's very natural. Provides coverage, on and on. But the yellow is really brightening. It'll brighten up those blue areas, the darkness under your eyes and in your inner corners. And so I'll put it right there. I'll put it right here and sort of on the top bridge of my nose, and really you can put it anywhere where you want some brightness. And it looks like it's a little bit off at first, the color matching up to your skin, but once you do the rest of your makeup, you're left with just a brightened, you know, center part of your face, which is what we're going for. Next up, I have a favorite bronzer. And again, this was hard for me to decide, you know, is this really the standout product? But I just use it so often, and I'm always so happy when I do. So, it's my Physicians Formula, let's see, Mineral Wear Talc-Free Mineral Powder in Bronzer. And it's got sort of a marbled look with like a lighter and a darker bronze kind of mixed in there. But it is subtle, but you can still build it up very, very easily. It's not too orange. It's not really orange at all. And it has just enough ashiness to really work well as a contour. So if you're fair, except for the very lightest skin tones, I think you could use this bronzer, and it's a really just natural finish for your face. Moving on to another bronzer, and it's the Sonia Kashuk Cream Bronzer from La Target, people. Everybody's favorite store, including mine. And this is Warm Tan. This is the lighter of the two shades that our friend Sonia makes. And it's great. It's a great consistency. It feels expensive. It doesn't go on patchy. It doesn't go on orangey. You can blend it. You can set it with powder. It's a phenomenal product, and it is worth your 10 bucks, I think. Alright, that, I think, let me make sure I didn't miss anything because I tend to do that. But that concludes my best makeup of summer 2013. And I will point out that I didn't pick a product in every category. Like, I didn't mention a foundation because there was no one standout foundation. There were several that I've used this summer. They were all good. They were all good for different reasons, but there was not one, like, stellar standout. Oh, I missed something. I did miss something. A lip product. And I only have one lip product for you guys. This was the one that I just used constantly. It's the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain in the color Romantic. I use this in my all bronzed, glowy makeup look that I did a while back. You can have an absolutely gorgeous bold red lip if you pair this with a liner. If you don't pair it with a liner, you can just get a really subtle yet very defined red lip that doesn't look too done, that's, you know, nice and casual if that's more what you're going for. So, and you know, the product itself, it's hydrating, it's long lasting, it smells good, it feels good, it's easy to apply, what more could you want? I don't know. Now, the worst products. The worst product. The first one is not here because I returned it to the store. It was so bad, you guys. It is the standout worst product I've just used in a really long time. It's the Palladio liquid eyeliner that comes in a little pot of the little brush that is the top of the pot. And when I went to put this on my eye, it was like I was trying to put a watercolor paint as an eyeliner, and it was like it just immediately bled all over. You couldn't make a line with it. It was not opaque. It was not dark. I used the navy blue color. It's called Midnight. It just didn't work. It just simply did not work. I mean, usually you can make a makeup product work with a little bit of technique and a little bit of effort, but this just didn't work. I was shocked at how bad this was. And I've heard good things about other Palladio products. I don't have a lot of experience with this brand, but that product in that color was absolute crap. I can't sugarcoat that. And I'm not trying to bash any products or any brands, you guys. This is based on my singular experience, and I bet there are plenty of you out there who have liked these products or have thought they had, you know, really useful purposes. And please leave a comment. Let me know how you use it, why you like it, and, you know, let's exchange ideas. But for me, they didn't work. And they're not necessarily all crap, although the Palladio was pretty crappy. I have two liners. The first one is the Maybelline Master Precise Eye Studio. It's the felt tip, and it's got a great looking tip there, you guys. I mean, I was happy when I saw this, and I've heard good things about this from various YouTubers, various folks, and you know, it looks fine. Like when you're swatching it on your hand, you're using a lot more pressure, and it comes out alright. I don't know if you can really see the quality of it, but when I tried to use it on my eye, it was a little too watery, so it wasn't a black, which is what I want. I don't know why you'd want anything else, honestly. So I couldn't get the color payoff. I had to go over it again and again and again, and it bled kind of very quickly, you know, down from the top into my inner corner, and I just was not impressed. It was just way too much work to get a black line. The other liner that I did not care for, and this is kind of a different story. When I first got this, I thought it was great. Yes, at first I really liked this product. It goes on so soft and so black, which I loved. It's just the smoothest, softest, I mean, it's black as can be. With one touch you get a very opaque black line. And I had heard this was great for the waterline because it is supposed to be, it says right here, waterproof eyeliner. And it does go on your waterline really well. I mean, like I said, you just kind of touch it on and it goes on so easily, so comfortably, but it bled for me. It was not even close to waterproof. I kind of transferred almost immediately from upper to lower, and you know, my eyes aren't exceptionally watery. It flaked somehow. I'm like, how is this even happening? Like, it was little specks, you know, would flake off and it would transfer, and the inner corners were a disaster. And so it really disappointed on that front. And I tried this many, many times. I used it over and over, you know, just to see, like, does this really not work? You know, can I do this better? But no, I just couldn't really make it work. And the other horrendous part about this product is that it is awful to sharpen. When you get it with its nice point, happy days, but try to sharpen it and it will break off. Like, I don't know if you can see here, it's like, it looks precarious. It looks like it's kind of loose there, and it constantly breaks when you try to sharpen it because it is so soft and buttery, like really like melted butter. So I could not recommend the Too Faced waterproof liner, and I hope I said that this was Too Faced. I am not sure if I did. My apologies. The Wet n Wild blush, just their basic collection blusher in Heather Silk. And this is the only Wet n Wild blusher I have tried, and I don't anticipate trying others because it was just, as soon as I kind of swatched it, as soon as I kind of put my brush in it and touched it onto my face, it was just patchy. It wasn't smooth or buttery, and I had recently kind of become a fan of Wet n Wild, you know, when I discovered how great some of their eyeshadows were, and even some of their lipsticks. I really like a lot of their products, but the blush just, splotchy. I mean, I couldn't, it was too much work to apply. Maybe if you have a lot of powder on your face initially so that you can blend it really well, but I don't like to put a lot of powder on my cheeks. So this was definitely a fail for me. The very last product of the worst, and this is from a brand that I generally love, that generally makes really high quality products, but you know, there are hits and misses everywhere, you guys, and this was a miss. So this is the Physicians Formula friggin' adorable little, hopefully I'm not blinding you, little cashmere wear, let me see if I can see the exact name, cashmere wear ultra smoothing bronzer in the color bronzer, as Physicians Formula like to do. And how cute, right? You've got your little tassel and you open it up and it's got this gorgeously, you know, patterned powder. They do not swatch well. It's like I can't even see it really on my finger, and that's the darker shade. It's, once you try to get in there with a brush, it's like you can't get any product onto your brush, and therefore you're not getting a lot of product onto your face, and it's patchy and it's weird, and it's just, compared to, let's say, this Physicians Formula bronzer, which is dreamy and pigmented and even, this is awful. I guess it's just really the gimmick of the product, and it just didn't work for me. Well guys, that wraps up my best and worst makeup products of summer, and I hope you found some products that you want to try out and some that you will avoid like the plague. But anyway, that wraps it up. Tell me if you like this style of favorites video. I would love to hear your feedback, and let me know if you want to hear like other kinds of favorites. Like if you want me to include skincare in this, hair care, or do a separate video like that, or if you want me to do maybe occasionally just random favorites, like, you know, books, recipes, fashion stuff, I don't know. What are you into? What do you like? Let me know. Leave it in the comments. Follow me on Twitter. Tweet me. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.